All right, nipples, come through here.
Hello, 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 Facebook world,
Hi.
Instagram, Twitter, and all the other worlds of worlds. This is the Cocktail Social, and I'm your host, Blue Waters, and these are my socialites, minus one.
Hey.
Hey, socialites, we were out last week because I was celebrating my birthday. It's my birthday. Oh, I
If
was
it's your birthday,
celebrating.
make some noise.
It was an exciting birthday because I had the fortune of going traveling with this man at the end, all the way to Harlem, New York. I hadn't been in New York in eons. I mean years. So it was just so exciting for me to go. And we actually performed at the shrine.
Yes, we did.
And
Shout out to the shrine.
shout out to the shrine in Harlem, New York. Thank you for having us. How do you think we did, Mr. Gilmore?
Reviews have been off the hook.
Yes.
Hits have been off the hook. And
Yes.
3 more babies want to fucking send me go.
Ow, ow, ow. Brr, 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 brr.
Shucky ducky.
Yeah, baby.
Let me find out.
Then we also got to do a family trip. We can just add that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I'm down. I'm here for all of it.
I am here for every last bit of it. And so my birthday this was my 42nd birthday.
Ow!
And it was kind of a reflective moment. I think every year after 30, I've used it as a moment of reflection. So I go into this little bubble where I'm like thinking about life and where am I at and have I reached that point where I've done all that I could do? Is there more for me to do?
Right.
So that was what I did this year. And I was really grateful and thankful for like the people and the experiences that I had, especially coming out of 2018 for all of my friends, anyone I knew. I lost my mother last year, October the 20th. And so and her birthday is September the 20th. So for me coming to my birthday in August and then right behind it is my mom's birthday, it was kind of like, I, my world was a little shaken at first. But I really, really, really must say I had a wonderful birthday. My beasties, took me to DC, and we did a lot of, cutting up and things like that. So this is my happy birthday show, and so this is coming back from that, and I just feel really like revitalized.
Yeah.
So I missed y'all.
We missed you.
I missed y'all. How was the performance on Friday?
It was super
Did y'all see
mellow.
the pictures? Oh my
No, I haven't seen the pictures at all. We look cute. I'm glad. I'm so glad we look
I
cute.
want to
didn't
see the
any
pictures. I'm jealous of the fact that I wasn't there. But you know,
Oh no, because you was fucking pulled in for your
I
birthday.
know.
Now,
I
turn out the
know.
light. Yeah.
You know what? And I wanted to turn out the lights. Let me tell you, I wanted to cut up and do some bad stuff down
But-
in DC. But
Oh.
I ain't had my snuggle bums with me, so I couldn't do it. And I didn't want to be a
Oh.
thought.
No, you
Because
can't shout out.
there's a thought bone down deep down inside.
That's funny.
That damn thing was itching too. I ain't gonna lie. I was down there and I was like, you know what? If I was faithfully married, if I wasn't faithfully married, I would be down here doing some strange things for some
A bit of change. All right.
So,
funny.
So tell me, socialites, what's been going on? What's going on around Baltimore? What's going on with you? And
tomorrow is Baltimore Hip Hop Karaoke.
Okay.
It's put on by Caesar Productions, and it's also celebrating LNG's birthday.
Happy birthday, LNG, girl!
I know the Mizell were invited to perform, so if y'all are free tomorrow,
Whoa.
and you get some of this break.
That's always a plus.
I get a what?
Yeah, we're.
Little scratch, little squirrel.
But then next weekend is Tula's birthday. I think Gutman's.
And Gutman's will be open for.
Gutman's
doors are going to be open for two.
Yes.
I made some special
Huckery begin.
and let
Special love just for Tula.
well, let me tell you, if she wind up butt tooted in the air,
Wow.
it is not. It's the love's fault.
I will just say, I remember.
Oh, listen to that.
Yeah, I remember. I remember the boom boom room.
Talk about it.
Come on now.
Boom boom room.
The boom room. Yeah.
Ooh, shit, I just spilled shit.
Uh-oh. It had already
Look out there
spilled.
now.
We made him nervous.
Oh, Lord.
Help me, Jesus.
Help him, Jesse.
We're going to
I'm trying to start a watch party, but for some reason it's not cooperating.
Will somebody tag her, please?
Hello, everybody. Oh, look, we got a whole lot of people. Hi, Charles, Brian,
Hi,
Michael,
family.
Ab Rock, Shannon. Hey, Shannon, my cousin Shannon.
So,
Family.
Miss Mizell, tell me something good, honey. Tell me something good.
Being alive is
Too much
good.
news. I was just finding a lizard in my greens the other day.
Oh.
Listen.
When I saw that,
I saw that picture, honey. Listen.
What the
Man,
I
I had a
was
whole
ready.
Godzilla up in my goddamn greens. I said, man, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
was
I was
those?
not
Wait a minute.
And the
Was
head
that?
was missing.
Was that prepackaged
It
drink?
was
They
pre-packaged.
got the greens with the head in it.
Oh,
Exactly. You know, that just like
what kind of smoke meat is
a
this?
whole goddamn on lizard.
Can I tell you how I dry heaved when I saw that? When I saw that picture, and because I get those frozen bags of those fresh greens, and so when I opened mine up, and after seeing your picture, I was like,
Yeah, he was terrible. He fell out there
Damn,
and
lizard in your
laying there
greens.
with no damn head on with his tail
No.
out.
it was
No.
it was not a good thing
I'm
at
definitely
all.
contacting the company and
Please, did you save it? You should
oh
put it
damn
all in
right.
the
This
freezer.
I got his little ass in the freezer right now with a
Uh-huh.
goddamn note on him. Do not
With a note.
discard. Do not throw his ass away.
Wait a minute, but what if they say that you put the
Where the
lizard?
fuck we gonna find a lizard at in Baltimore?
I mean,
That part.
yeah.
They better text it because that lizard got green juice all in his system.
All in his damn system.
Ew.
But then what if they say they're gonna give you a year's
Worth of fucking green.
of free green?
God. Tell them what else
You
is
know
in
what's
that.
funny too? Them greens always have a special fragrance too. You ever
Clearly,
notice that?
it's
probably
listen. That's
the gas.
I
potion.
ain't gonna open. I ain't
Made
gonna
it
say the
seem
name of the company, but you know, even with the canned ones, when you open it,
Oh, but you know,
and you can smell them. You
well,
can
even
smell
with
that
the-
company's greens a mile away.
Even with the cameras, they had one where they found a
Crickets.
grasshopper.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm
The
done.
same company. Yeah.
Oh my stars,
Ooh.
They ain't got to worry about me.
The
No
fuck
luck.
field are they getting these greens?
Oh.
Nah,
don't know.
I'm sticking with the
It was a
Safeway
whole
brand.
goddamn lizard
Safeway,
and
you got me
scales and all.
sold.
Oh my.
Yeah, I do Walmart.
Yeah, but I'm not doing any of
I'm
those.
gonna be like grandma and just get the damn greens from the market
Oh,
and pull the
bullshit.
stems and wash them
Roll
and
them up and
roll
cut
them
'em.
and cut them and that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Oh, you're gonna need a
From now
whole.
What did we talk about?
we went
know.
for
Everything,
introduction.
nothing
Well, if you haven't turned in, this is the Cocktail Social. We're gonna cut the break and we'll join you right after these messages.
Yes, they is looking these guys.
Indeed.
Why yes.
Well, yes. There is.
I just want to tell y'all that everybody loves our chemistry. People that I've talked to who have watched us said they love our chemistry.
Because it works.
It does.
We crazy.
We genuinely love each other.
Real shit. I miss y'all in a real way this week.
Listen.
Like, it was real bad. Like,
y'all is my family.
it was real bad. Like,
Y'all is my tribe.
Do not understand.
like, we need to just get together and build a village and just call it.
All I'm saying is when I start texting y'all, don't be leaving me on red. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave you on
start
red.
this goddamn party.
Huh?
They all break. Oh shit, was that all recorded?
I hope they got nine.
It was all. Oh.
You're good.
I had to make sure Nate knew you all.
I'm slightly.
Kept looking at the screen like, are they all break?
Because we were still talking.
I need a watch party.
Go to the Cocktail Social.
Now, according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh, God. What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh, gotcha.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this, so we go off every week right here on BigSoapRadio.com.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. So chasing cheese or you'll get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No, it's blasphemy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I am your host, Bleu Waters. These are my social lights, and we had our fifth just join us. Ow. Welcome, Fifth. Hi. And we were just doing our we were doing our introduction, so I'm going off to you, Miss Kay. Tell me something good.
Everything is good. I've had an awesome week. I went and I got some Powerade. Oh, let me tell y'all. So Powerade is supposed to bring wealth and abundance to your life. So I got a random phone call saying that officially I'm debt free. I paid off my student loan. Now student loan, but there's a check coming to me in the mail. I got a random $5 check from Kaiser. Obviously, I overpaid a copay somewhere. I got a random person sent me $130 in my cash app. I'm keeping it. I don't care. And somebody else asked me to maintain their lives, and I got a couple of little coin right there.
Something? You gonna have
But not only that, like I had somebody, I was in MJ's carryout there at 412 West Baltimore Street, and that's where I go get my breakfast every day when I'm at work. And so he was like, I saw your show, I want to come down to where you guys are. So MJ's is a family-owned and operated business. Hey Valentino, hey Blanca, they feed me every day. Valentino watches. He is a great. Blanca is his wife's name. Yeah, it's him, his wife, and his brother, and they cook food with.
Oh, I was talking about Pose. Okay.
Pumpkin. Yes, they're some of the nicest people you will ever meet. If you're ever on Baltimore Street, yes, the block. If you're ever on the block and you're hungry, go to MJ's Carryout. They will take great care of you. Oh God.
Wait.
Oh God. No, wait. Wow, God.
Wait.
What?
You don't watch Pose?
No.
That is a whole nother show.
Like, it's great.
I saw that.
It's a show that it's like it pays an homage to the ballroom scene in the early 80s. So it's a good show. It's very good.
Hey, Johnny, Shanice just joined. She's the one who made that memory bracelet for you.
Hey, Shanice, thank you. You made me cry.
Oh.
Like big time.
And Mr. Cable, tell me something good.
Hi, life is good.
He did have a deep, sexy voice.
Yeah, I did.
Hey.
I mean, still just doing my soap show, gaining more subscribers and trying to get these interviews going. Also, we're actually about to do a show that's never been done before, and we're trying to find some people that is willing to join the show of different races. So we want a Caucasian, Asian, Latino, whatever, to come in, and we're having a discussion on soap operas and race issues. So instead of just always having two black guys say, because a lot of people come on like, why y'all always gotta bring out race? And it'd be majority of the white people asking, and I'm like, y'all don't have a problem. You see you on the screen every day. We see the problems every day because we're not there, and it's noticeable. So I'm going to talk about it because this is my plan forward because we want change.
Yeah.
We don't want these shows to go away. We just want diversity, fairness in these shows. So we're trying to put together a panel. So.
Every soap opera has Leroy the crackhead. He turned out good, he died.
Except for Shamar Moore.
Shit, didn't he die or something weird? Like he was fucking a
I know he started out in cornrows and then he got a haircut and then he got sexy.
I don't think he can kill. He's never going to track me.
He got
Who? Shamar Moore.
He about to die.
He is. That man is fine. I think he is fine, but I think, when that's like That's like people how they feel about Idris. What is it?
I know nobody ever said he was
I just think that I just think when everybody wants it, you want something that no one else wants. Oh, man.
But that's all.
Like she's pretty, but I never wanted it was Tom Daddy. Like,
Yeah, everybody around her. Everybody wants that 1 million
I want to
people
see
sing.
you. She definitely want to hear.
Get out of here.
We ain't talking Foxy right now.
They go in.
Well, it could be a lie. I mean, you know, it could be fake news.
I mean, she might be dozen one now.
Oh,
We're not.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no, we're not.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
I miss it.
What?
we're going to move. We're going to move. Let's get into the... You went time out.
True story. Okay.
Her new show is great.
I don't know about that.
Ambitions. You ever watch Ambitions yet? If you think she's sexy in Boomerang, you need to watch Ambitions. It comes on the OWN network. Yeah.
I don't think she's that now. I think she's beautiful, but I'm not that. That's not for me.
30 years later, beautiful.
I mean,
Yes.
I would be 30 years later.
Well, you check out the show and see for yourself. If they
So-
see up online, let me know what you think.
you can't come off the timeout now.
Yeah.
We're going to get into the cocktail question.
I'm excited.
And so, as again, I had to think about where I'm about to put it in. I'm about to put it in.
Put it all the way in.
So I requested my birth certificate from Johns Hopkins Hospital.
Okay.
And what I found out was that my mom and my dad are like so many years apart in terms of age. Like my father was definitely riding like cradle.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, she was legal, but good God. So that made my first question come up, and I was like, would you date someone 20 years younger or 20 years older than you? Why? And why not? Now, my father was not 20 years older than my mother.
Okay.
It was just a few years, but it was old enough. It wasn't like, it made me think. So that made me think of the first question. Would you date someone, and this is to you viewers, would you date someone 20 years younger or 20 years older than you? Why or why not?
Let me see. I'm 38 now, so the
At the current age, would you date someone 20 years younger or 20 years older?
I go to jail.
And then 58.
Baby, what you talking about?
So, I just answered my question. 20 years younger? No, they're 18. And they ain't gonna happen. I ain't R. Kelly, and I know he goes a little lower in the digits. So, and 58, it depends on how they look. Because I have seen some guys who, and women, who are 62 years old, and they look better than half these people that are 30. So,
But you see somebody who's older, and they're like curiously sexy. Like, you know, like it's nothing like what people say is like, oh, that's sexy. But it's something about it that's like, hey, there's something about it.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Now I've seen this beautiful woman. It's a woman I know, and she's beautiful for her age. She's like 60 something, and she has this beautiful bluish silver hair. It complements her perfectly, and she's just really classy and regal. And she's got that sophistication that is classic, like you would think of Felicia Rashad and as Claire Huxtable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just really refined. And I think that's,
I have a question for you, Bleu.
yes.
I have a question for you. So, why do we say for her age? What does that really mean?
Because we think about great grandmothers and we think, damn, that bitch old. And she look good to be saying.
I'm going to say this. Historically, just growing up, when I saw someone that was 60, they looked 60. They looked like they had been through a long period of time. Now you look at people that are 60 and they don't look 60. They look 40. And so I think the only thing that aged her was the fact that she had bluish silver hair. But outside of that, you would not know her.
Well, we're a lot freer. We ain't doing all that slaving and.
Oh, that's not true.
I mean, well, not as difficult as it was then.
I mean,
they were stressed out.
We stressed out.
I ain't stressed out.
We got. You see what president we got?
I ain't worried about her.
Well, you may not be worried about it, but I'm worried about what she do to everybody else because that has the potential of coming back on us.
I asked that question for you because a lot of people get offended by that. They say, why can't you just say, I look beautiful or I look great for, instead of, because it's like when a person say, oh, you're very attractive for a dark-skinned person. It's like, what does that mean? Like, damn, so black skin ain't supposed to be good, so I lucked out? Like, I'm...
No, I think that when I say that, I mean, it's not to be taken as a negative. And
Right.
I understand where you're coming from. If someone would say, well, you're good looking for a black person, then I'm going to take it as a compliment. But I've been told that before. Actually, I was told that in high school. I was told that I was told that I had bold African features that could not be captured in a canvas because they were bold African features. But it was supposed to be something that was meant to, tear me down. I walked away feeling uplifted because, as you can see, these BSLs, they pop when they want to.
Come on here and pop.
So, but back to the question, would you date someone 20 years younger or 20 years older?
20 years older, yes. 20 years younger, I wouldn't call it dating.
Oh, this is a fuck body. All right.
Hey, look at you with your young, strong back.
Yeah.
Let me say that. Look, you can't even let them talk and just don't say nothing. Turn around and take it all slow.
That's right. I mean, 20 years younger than me would be 20. So,
not dating. 20 years younger than me.
That would be 22. Oh.
Did she say 5? Somebody grab that.
Well, I'm going to need you not to.
I'll say this. When I was 19, I was talking to this woman. She was 46.
Oh. That's more than 20.
That was more than 20. She was older than my mother.
Oh,
They almost only 18 years apart. So she taught me quite a bit.
I bet she did.
And, well,
You called her mama.
no, it's disgusting. I told my mama that.
She ain't told you call her that.
No, I called her. But I called her.
What you call her?
Keep that to that
She
stuff.
was a nasty bitch.
Nasty.
Yeah, you were how old?
I mean, that
You were 19?
Oh, damn.
So you were 19?
La la la. La la.
46.
La la la.
That's quite
That
bad.
shit.
But see, that's what I'm talking
But
about.
see, the issue was that her youngest son and me were the same age. So I used to like to fuck with her.
Yeah, you can't be
So we would
upset.
play video
Yo,
games.
you
She was like
terrible.
literally hang out. And I was like, hold on, let's go fuck your mama real quick.
Oh, that's horrible. You're horrible.
I love porn like that. I actually will stay tuned.
But the only reason why we broke up is because this is when it became an issue. Because she was yelling about the dishes not being clean, and this she included me in this conversation.
No, man.
Oh, no. And I was like, oh, man, you know, all this shit.
Well, maybe that's her fetish.
That's a negative
Yeah,
thing, right?
See,
I'm
you were
sorry.
immature and didn't know better.
My mother, I gotta listen to yell at me. I
That's
can't
very
yell at her
true,
back.
right.
That motherfucker ain't gonna yell at me. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't like being yelled at.
True story.
But then I also jump on this because I'm currently talking to somebody who is about 8 years younger than me. And real shit.
You over there being a daddy.
He been a zeddy.
But for real, it's I don't catch age difference. Like I don't see any difference. It's just cool.
That person has a level of maturity that you can give it.
It's chill.
Okay.
Like we have a good ass time together. Like there's no issues. Like there's some shit where it's like some life experience shit that I missed out on and she missed out on. Man, for real,
Y'all click.
we click. But we click on like so many levels where you think like, damn, I'm been waiting for you.
So she's 8 years apart. But we talking 20.
But I'm talking.
Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah, I already told the bitch was 20 years old.
20.
The bitch was 20. I already talked about that. I didn't
date
that
someone
so.
that's 20 years.
I dated her for 3 months.
Okay, would you date
20 years younger than me would be 15. I'm not going to jail.
Look, man. Oh, we wanted you to answer the question.
I ain't even know. That pussy got the age to perfection. That shit ain't
You might be like, oh,
that
that
pussy not ready for my dick yet. That shit not even ready.
He said,
When I get pussy, it got to be like wine. It got to be fermented and ready to go.
I know that's
I don't train shit.
age.
I don't train shit. And you need to know what you
Well,
on your part.
wow, now I'll say the brown cow. With
fermenting cookies.
So what's your answer, ma'am?
Let me see. 20 years younger.
Oh.
20 years younger. I don't think I can do it. Cause I think
Well,
this
what
one
would
maturity.
make that person?
They would be 21.
Oh, that's not bad. That's legal.
It's legal.
If mine was legal, I'd be like, hell yeah.
I don't know. He better be a fine ass, strong, sturdy looking 21. He gotta be like, you know, he gotta be looking like I gotta look up to him if he gonna be 21. Like, cause otherwise,
So it's a possibility.
yeah.
Well, I've never seen that.
I don't know. I ain't found a 21-year-old that I found interested.
I think that we've come up in an ageist society where we put a lot of stock in age. And I think that when it comes to relationships, a lot of times younger people are looking for someone that can kind of guide them through that whole experience.
Oh, I'm not here to guide you.
No. And you may not be able to teach, but I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I'm just saying.
I guess if they got the equipment to be
Yeah, I mean,
because some of them out here, they got the equipment.
yes.
The equipment.
Yes. If they are 20 years younger than me and we vibe and they are getting on something, I'm okay with it. You know, the equipment has to be right. Now, 20 years older, the equipment may not be.
That shit might be better.
Equipment got to work right. So if you're 20 years older,
It just got to work.
You got age spots on it. This shit looks like.
I would be looking for somebody, if they were 20 years older than me, I would be that young person that would be looking for that kind of stability and guidance. Because they've experienced stuff that I haven't. So it's
I'm
like,
gonna be a fine 61-year-old for me to
Boy,
be like.
she knew how to ride that. Cause for real, but when I was 19,
She better.
a lot of
She
people,
46.
they would get tired. They would sit there like, "Who's my back?" I'm like, "But she my age," and then that's alright.
Shit, that don't mean
Right,
shit.
like her name was Miss Daisy.
her name was Miss Daisy.
Mildred.
Not Mildred.
Tracy.
Not Mildred.
My name was Tracy.
Morning now, Julio ass mom. Monday ass mom.
So what about older?
I just said 61, 61. That's true. You gotta be.
Not that old, but he better be fine. He better be fine.
He better be in shape. He better not have one of those goddamn
Wait a
Stacey
minute.
Adams.
We got all
sweat socks.
Wait a minute. You got to have for
Did
some
you just say Stacey Adams?
Yeah.
With sweat socks.
They're awesome.
And they sandals. So you know
She says sandals. I'm done.
They're
All
awesome.
peach outfit with a derby on.
Oh no, I ain't saying
So
Baby girl.
to be clear,
Baby girl.
you know, when we talk about age, we gotta think like, yo, we have to get that age. You know, we have to get that age, so we gotta think about what people gonna think about us at 61.
You know,
Oh shit. Well, I mean,
I'm gonna be fine.
well, then there you go. Well, shit. I'm trying to be fooling people. Like, I'll be 61 and be looking, you know, young and shit. Like, oh, she's 61.
I want to be celebrating my gold in something. I don't want to be out here doing
And
shit.
I
I don't want to be looking for nothing, but I want to have one at home that's doing what they need to do. Because I'm trying to be 112 and still trying to get in.
Well, at 61, I want to be able to go on, I want to be able to
So
travel
when I'm old,
with my
Right.
spouse. I want to be able to do things that, you know, couples do when they get in that retirement age. I want to see the world. And honestly, I want to go to all 50 states just to collect, like,
Just because.
the,
yeah,
the shot
tour.
glasses.
We
That
have the
shit
shot
said it to me.
I
So that's what I want to do, you know. And if I was that person, I would feel honored if someone was younger than me and he was like, look, I want to date you. Because, I mean, that means that I'm dateable.
I ain't I wouldn't be sad. I'm just saying it don't happen.
But I know it would be drama.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
For real, and I'm going to say this for all honesty, is that I would feel good if somebody felt honored. It was like, I'd be honored to date you, period.
Yeah.
Because I know I got some shit with me, and if you can look past my bullshit and see me and want me, I don't give a fuck what age I am. That shit is everything. It ain't nothing like being accepted. Just for
Except me for writing my toenails on the side of the bed.
When I was like, I gotta live up and park. Yeah, and that shit started.
That's a deal breaker for me. Those gotta be together.
No,
I'm sorry, I can't.
Or if I see a roach, I scream like a girl and grow up like a damn muscle.
But, so a true story real quick, in Houston, I met this guy was hitting on me a lot. I was driving the airport shuttle and taking United Airlines people in. He always hit on me because I knew he was an older guy and I wouldn't give him time of day. One day he approached me and, you know, he had on the regular little clothes, so it wasn't really appealing. I was like, So wait. So he was like, well, I just want to take you out. I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that, you know. And my head always is, you know, I gotta get this age, so I can entertain. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go forward and do anything else. So, well, I mean, but he cooked, so I thought we was going out, and here we go. So I went, and we had we conversed and everything, and I was like, oh, he's fine, he's a cool guy. And then he went to go in his room and came out with no shirt on. Then I was just like, oh, no, you know, this vibe.
He was like a dog dick.
No. He came out and I was just like, oh, this is what the clothes tonight. And
So he was fine.
Oh,
shoot.
and he was 62 years old.
Shit.
And I mean, well, of course we.
He said,
I mean, he was. What was I supposed to?
Shit. Well, you mean, ain't no need of
Oh, no bills.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No bills.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't do that.
The point is, we shouldn't judge people by age.
What did we learn from this?
A lot of people that age are very, very attractive. He didn't need no pills at all. He handled his own.
And they old school, so ain't no that.
And that.
Well, you know what? And I agree. I'm just telling you, that Kable, that happened to me. I was a security officer. I had to be no more than 20. And I met a guy that was, this is when I first graduated from high school. Like, it was like a month or so afterwards. And I was a security officer. And there was this guy. He was a chef. And he had the blackest eyebrows and longest eyelashes and the smoothest, I mean, he was smooth and had the bedroom eyes. Well, he invited me over his house. He's a chef. I remember the meal. He gave me this steak and gravy with smothered in mushrooms and onions and mashed potatoes and cheese rolls and oh my God, everything was so delicious. And he served it with red wine. And he had on a smoker's jacket.
All right now, come on, sir.
When I tell you,
Come on, sir.
he was putting out, he was fitting on teaching me some shit. What happened was I was walking like I was
Like he was riding a horse. That's that shit. Folks look like a bulldog in the head.
You told your long ass story. I'm talking it was a wonderful night. And then I didn't call his ass no more because I felt like, you know what, I would be the one to be falling in love with. Because it was
Shit, hell yeah, if you feed them man, shit, that's a guarantee.
I ghosted somebody one time.
Yeah, I ghosted him. It was good, but I
fell hard.
Yeah, and I was out, man. The way first of all, I couldn't deal. I mean, because I wouldn't have had no traction. He would have tore the wheels off.
Wait, what?
He would have tore the wheels off of the bus. I needed my ass to stay intact.
Also, you were like the one laying down. You see them. Oh.
Try to act like he ain't know that's what was happening. What was happening? What was happening?
Damn, okay.
He said, "Toot that ass up."
I mean, you had the experiences. That's why I only went once.
Bend it over and
When they got mold.
Well, I mean, you gotta learn.
Well, what's the next question?
Well, you look shocked and bad.
I mean, you know, sex is sex. You learn shit about people every day.
Really unknown with
I am offended.
I think I just never heard you talk about that experience. Like, I'm like, hey,
Because that was your experience.
Well, we had to go to the bathroom. That's what we was discussing. But nobody knew.
I had to experience it. So that's why, I mean, I shared it. It was similar to yours. And I feel like when you come to dating people, it's full of experiences. You learn from those experiences. And so for me, that was that experience. And I got something out of it. And then I learned, I was like, you know, that's not all for me. Now, it's not saying that I wouldn't do it again. He was older and everything, but I don't think that, you know what I mean, that would be something that I would be just jumping for. So with that being said, this is the Cocktail Social, and I'm your host, and we will be right back after these messages. Tune in.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up to, you gotta go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all her homies head. I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk, so I just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny, nigga, you not in charge. You either on your grind or in the way, so get lost. Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mash on. Fix your vision on the future like it's fast forward. The world is yours in due time, ain't gotta ask for it. I'm from the school of hard knocks, I took a crash course. Shit be stressful, my nigga, that's why I'm getting high. But that's life, and it's the code that I live by. And you know how it is, where we at, nigga. They say money can't buy happiness.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
I thought you was gonna have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is
like
I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred. Mm-hmm. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period. My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated us. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed. Right. You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of two kids, and it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of two kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them which one is the nice one.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Fall into this unknown to find who we really are. Into something new, take a break from my broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Cocktail Social.
Hi.
We had an interesting first cocktail question, and we're moving on to the second cocktail question. Is Christie in time out?
No.
Oh, she eating that chicken.
She was sucking on
I had no goddamn chicken. She is fucking that chicken like a typewriter.
This whole generation don't get that too.
I was thinking it.
Okay, so the second cocktail question is one, because let me tell you, I'm just going to ask the question. If you could have sex with one celebrity, who would it be and why?
Just one?
You don't have to limit it to one, but this is for you. Y'all can type it in. If you could have sex with one or two or 20 celebrities, no, I'm limited to one celebrity, who would it be and why? Miss K.
Kofi Cerebo. And for those of you who don't know who it is, it's Ralph Angel from Queen Show.
It's just her, 20, I think.
Well, congratulations.
The one that was on Girls Trip?
Yeah.
Girl, have you seen a lot of beard?
Oh, he probably look like that NBA player.
People like that, those things that pop out of people's stomachs on interviews, girl.
That's not him, that's Safari. Nicki Minaj.
But you know, it's
because I've seen him.
Man, oh, what's a fire? I picked that over goddamn shit.
Yes, ma'am.
That motherfucker had a motherfucking turn that motherfucker.
You touched all your skills.
I want one of them anacondas, goddamn.
So it would be
Safari.
And what is it about him that you like? What
Have you seen
I
it?
have not seen it.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
can't
have
look
to
that
turn
shit
it
up.
all the way. You
I
need
just
to
saw it
look
last
at that. My starry skies. Listen.
He does it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a fan.
Oh, is it like mine is going to be very shocking to a lot of people.
Oh, do tell.
It's going to be
I
brand
done seen no goddamn Drew Carey. I bet that.
It's so funny because if my aunt was watching right now, she would probably roll her eyes because she knows I'm about to say because we debated about this. But I always found the guy Leon included like incredibly sexy.
I did that.
Who? Leon.
Like,
You ain't no
He played on fire.
next up, this I wish raindrops would fall.
Everything I can say is his height, is the way he talk, how his lips look, and his body build, but extremely how he was and wait till he's held.
I don't know. He just look ashy to me.
Baby, I want to calm him out.
Shit, no.
Honestly, it would have been, I don't know if we can call him celebrity, but Shawn Michaels. The porn star.
Oh, Michael's son, not Michael.
Shawn Michaels is the porn star.
I've been watching Shawn Michaels since I was a teen.
Oh my God.
And wish I know that I would date an older guy because even now, while he's older, I still find him.
Oh, my sorry,
Oh,
guy.
Tom Selleck can get it.
Who?
Tom
It's a
Selleck.
mustache.
Big mustache.
Tom
you
Selleck.
say.
Magnum P.I.
God damn it.
Wait, are you serious?
She's dead serious.
Honestly, he's not he's a transgender guy. So.
He is nice looking. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, he ain't got, well, I ain't gonna say that.
Well, I mean, we talking about old and celebrities.
No, we just said
I mean, just celebrity parade.
Okay, I'm gonna say Sean Connery. Older.
Yeah, he's a nice looking.
Not
He's
right
nice looking.
Oh, not right now?
He looks like he's still hunting for Red October.
Yeah, he might be for a vampire. Right. He's damn sure a vampire.
A league of distinguished old men.
Yeah, a vampire like Sugar Ray Leonard, a vampire.
What about?
Sugar Ray Leonard. Cause his
Walter Matt? You mean Mr. Wilson?
I'm serious.
I'm serious.
He played Mr. Wilson in the Dennis the Menace movie. Oh, Walter Matthau.
Oh, I don't know who the hell that is.
Oh.
Well, what's your answer?
Who would it be?
I don't know. You know, it's...
There ain't too many nice ones out there.
I don't think you know the names of them.
Maybe that's what it is.
You know,
That's what it is.
so a lot of what I find sexy, though, is like good ass chicks.
Wow.
So you had sex with city girls.
Oh, so you lie.
Oh, you said
He like New York from Flavor of Love and shit.
You know,
Right, New York.
not that we
Not flavor of New York.
Not that we need
So
so
who
like,
would it be?
I don't know. One way used to always love was Neil Long.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Neil Long.
Yeah.
That's a sexy one. Yes.
You know who I think if she didn't talk, I would like is Lizzo.
Lizzo is.
I love her.
I'm just out of the loop. I don't mean
I love
Hey,
her.
Jesse. I just don't want to talk.
I just want to go.
Huh?
I just don't want to talk.
Oh, for Lizzo.
I like
What's the dude that played in his last name is Mackey. Something Mackey.
Bob.
Who?
Anthony Maggie.
Maybe that's what his
I
name is. I like him.
Carrie Lewis did a movie. No, Carrie Washington. They
Okay.
did a Spike Lee movie, and Carrie Washington in that movie was sexy as shit.
Hey, Cuzzo. I think
he was fucking lesbians for money.
Wait, what?
That was a good ass movie. That's what made me laugh. Huh?
She hate me?
She hate me or something.
Okay. I think Ty White from Greenleaf. And that's the celebrity.
Oh, you talking about the motherfucker from Spawn?
What?
What's the dude named from Spawn?
No.
Michael J. White.
Yeah, I was talking about him. Yeah,
Ty White.
Emerald Lyons, the
You said Ty White.
She plays Charity.
On the show, whose husband was gay.
So she's the wife of the man that he likes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you want the husband. I want the big titty wife.
We have a deal.
Yes,
she's seeing them niece, and let me tell you.
I thought she was the baby sister.
I don't know
She
who
would
she
be
could be.
saying God.
If I was going to name a female for me, because I do have females that I think mine would be, honestly, Black Girl, still Janet Jackson. Janet is so sexy to me, like she could really...
Now, you talking about thick Janet, or you talking about...
Both. Okay, I think Big Janet is sexy as hell. Although, don't get me wrong, if Janet was sexy too, but I like that.
But specifically a Janet that I love more than anything is the Janet album and Velvet Rope. That's the Janet.
I don't know. Because she was bad in the Control album and the Rhythm.
Yeah, she's been bad all her career, so I listen. Janet had bad.
He said shit, I'm gonna
And you know what? I also have a thing for Lorenz T.
Oh, because
you know what? Lorenz
he's a vampire.
He never has, up until lately, I had never seen him with a shape up. I don't care what movie, when he was in Love Jones, he ain't had no damn shape up. And then he didn't have a shape up until he did an award show. Because when they showed him, I was like, damn, he cute. I was like, oh shit, that's Lorenz Tate. He didn't say all shaped up. I was like, okay, he's not cute.
Now they married too.
Yeah.
Chanel Lathan was sexy.
And Morris Chestnut.
I used to love Morris Chestnut. Yes. When he was on Out All Night with Patti LaBelle back in the day, I told my daddy.
Old Vivica Fox? I'm talking about when she was on Out All Night and when she was at Independence Day.
I never thought she was sexy.
She had a high point.
I'm not going to take your advice.
Damn. But Vanessa Williams, she was young. Vanessa Williams was sexy as hell.
Yeah, Vanessa Williams looked like somebody mother.
Okay. I like cool. So what's your point?
You like dick too? What's that, man?
Who like dick too?
I mean...
I'm trying to clear the thing up. I'm like, wait a minute now. You didn't say nothing about that.
Wait.
What the fuck is happening here?
Miss K has a reply.
Oh no, I was just saying somebody told me that there was an echo. Forgive us for the echo, guys. It'll get fixed in a moment.
Yes, they're actually working on that. If there's an echo, there's some scratching or something, please forgive us. It's being worked on.
Yeah.
Thanks for the feedback. We're working on it.
Appreciate it.
I like Mean Girls too. Like girls with attitude.
I like now the reason why I like I don't know. I'm extreme. I like extreme pretty boys, or I like thugged out. So I mean, I don't
never get a pretty boy. I always get the dudes that rough, that look good. They look good. They can look rough, or they can look good when they clean up.
I would put in that category. They move towards the pretty boy. The thugs was.
I remember I was sitting the whole time. We're talking to Terrell Hicks.
Who's that?
Since I was little.
Terrell
Hicks is the dark-skinned chick from Belly, and she was a love interest in Brooklyn.
The one that played Keisha?
Keisha. And what was it? Bronx Tale. The one that Caligio liked. Bronx Tale.
You kind of confused. You said Terrell.
Right. I was like, look, man, you
be exposed radio.
Wait a minute.
Again, for those that like dick, you don't have to know who Terrell Hicks is. But everybody else, no, it's very bad shit. When she walked out there in Belly, and oh my Lord, have mercy.
She was Keisha and Belly.
To me, is a very attractive woman. Janelle Monáe.
Oh yeah, she's a cutie.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. For females, I found Erica Badu very interesting.
Oh my God, she's gorgeous.
All day.
Jill Scott.
Yeah, and Sade is a vampire too.
Timeless.
She a damn vampire.
Timelessly classic.
Sade reminds me of my Aunt Debbie. I can't do it.
Really? I don't see that.
Yup, she reminds me of I can't do it. Your big sis can't see it.
Okay.
Yuck.
That's all right.
But yeah, I mean, if we were thinking about that. So, moving on.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. This is a... No.
That's how we go.
on words today. Speaking of big nipples.
Soft titty nipple.
Oh, nipples.
Soft plate.
So the next shot shall
Well,
is...
come off that areola.
That thing is beautiful when it's pretty.
This is going to think about this before you respond.
I ain't got to think. I already know.
If you, and for you, weigh in. If all the secrets you held were laid bare,
Big man.
what television show would they parallel?
Me.
Real sex.
Me. Greenleaf.
Greenleaf, why?
So
you can be transparent.
I'm about to be totally transparent. It would resemble Greenleaf. So after my brother passed away, for whatever reason, it was like choosing a pill in the Matrix. And it was like I saw everything for what it was. Like I was your quintessential church girl. Like on trustee board, like in every meeting, like everything, and the stuff that I knew that went on behind the scenes was just like it was a lot. It was a lot. I left the ministry, so I would say it would be Greenleaf. Point blank and period. The end.
What about you?
I said real sex, but
He brought to my attention that there was old white people on there.
White people? Okay.
That's where he had them see.
no, I really don't. I really don't know. 'Cause I mean,
Not even HGTV?
yeah, maybe I'll be on HGTV or something.
Oh
my God.
Because they keep leaving houses and doing crack stuff. Like you made that whole hammock.
I said,
You made that whole hammock.
if your secrets,
Oh, secret.
if all your secrets were made public,
I don't know, I might be on Cops.
so cops. Why?
Yeah, 'cause there be some shit going down sometimes.
Well, we don't want you.
No,
I don't want that badge to come in.
No.
Doing collecting your ass.
No, I ain't coming to get my ass. I ain't did nothing like that.
Not under this alias.
No.
Not this week.
Not this alias. Mr. Gilmore. Mr. Gilmore.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, me on cable.
No, I said go to Cable.
What's your winner?
That shit airing on Hustler.
Here's me Oz.
No, not Oz.
Cartoon Network. This shit on Cartoon Network.
It's Johnny Bravo.
I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Right.
What show would it be? If your secrets were laid
By the way, y'all, I love Cable.
I was trying to think of my guy.
I don't know. I can't answer that. I tried to answer it earlier, and the shows I watch are sci-fi or like comedy or something. So
it wouldn't be a soap opera.
I'm gonna be like, yeah.
I mean, I think everyone's life is a soap opera.
We not asking about everyone's life. We asking about your life.
I mean, if I was going to base it off of a soap opera, I would say
The Young and the Restless.
No, I wouldn't say Young and the Restless. I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm more like
Charmed.
I would say I kind of want to go with Greenleaf. Honestly, only reason I say Greenleaf because I was into church real heavy, and with being in church real heavy, I was really confused and doubtful about a lot of things that the thoughts in my head and believing what other people say. I feel like the gay guy off of that show.
All right.
Question: was it? Because I've asked a lot of people, was it hard sitting in those ministries? Because church didn't always. That wasn't always their focus. It wasn't until late 90s, early 2000s when it shifted to that was who we're going to make the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Like, how did that feel? Like, did you?
Yeah, that was the only issue with picking Greenleaf because I didn't want to kind of like shun the church because a lot of days I haven't seen a show that even remotely come close to anything, secrets or what I've been through. So it's kind of hard. But to answer your question, it wasn't hard. My experience was totally different. I had a pastor that used what I went through for his advantage and kind of mind fucked me using God and knowing that
I don't think that's all too different.
No, okay, well.
I think that you and quite a few people have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got to say have no damn faith or something.
It ain't about faith. It's about
I ain't getting that bad.
Right.
See the way I was in church, I felt like it wasn't something that God wanted, and I had to take a pause to try to catch up with myself because I was still back there and had my friend to say, okay, this is me at 27. This isn't the life I want to live, and I left church alone since. And I frequently go here and there, but I don't tarry long, because a lot of times I go, I see.
Was Amen.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, see, that was the church. That was when I liked it.
Good News was good too, though.
That was.
I don't know about Good News. I didn't know that show.
But
I don't even know it.
Okay. So we got you with Greenleaf, you with Greenleaf, you with Cops.
No, I really don't know.
Yes, Mark Povich.
Mine would be Sally Jesse Raphael.
Why would it be Maury Povich?
So that people thought that you had their children?
You were not the father. No. Like,
wait a minute, are you serious?
When it comes to 16-month-old Lavicia, what's that? Lavicia, you are not.
I ain't never been with nobody else. We got it all right. Look at him now.
You know what a mama is? Yes. You just said you weren't with nobody else.
Are you the baby mother? Lavisha.
I'm gonna lie though, like I'm pretty private, so the shit if it came out, I would be cool just because it is what it is. But it's nothing that I want to deal with right now.
Right.
So it's my business.
Right.
But I don't know, I feel like maybe like a Ricky Lake show, somebody ring the bell.
No, what's your bay and shit?
I feel like
all the way back.
I did too.
All the way back.
You know, Richard Bay was the original Jerry Springer and shit.
The final thought. He had something at the end.
He was the original Jerry Springer. He set the tone.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
That was cool.
Oh my
It's like, hey, look, that's a crush on you.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
The Danny Jones show, I believe, saved me from being like gang rape. Like real talk.
What the fuck?
Listen. Everybody who claims that they are your friend is not your goddamn friend.
Yeah, that's true.
God damn it. And people get mad at you because you decide, guess what? This look like it's not a situation that's going to be beneficial to me, so I'm going to go sleep in the goddamn car.
Oh, they pulled the
Rather
goddamn
than be on Jerry Jones be like, I was asleep. I was drunk. Fuck that.
And when I like to be somewhere between Lemony Snicket and the Wizard of Oz.
Good night. I quit.
And with that,
Absolutely.
between Looney Tunes and
this
Dennis
is
the
the
Menace.
Cocktail Social. Grab your cocktail, tune in, and send us your comments. Join the conversation. We will comment back.
What's the next question?
Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I
Jason,
don't just wear
I've got
the
to tell
shirt,
you,
I
you're
live
pretty
it.
much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The cocktail question, which was, if all the secrets you held on to were laid bare, what television show would they be heard of? And we had Greenleaf, we had Cox,
And Maury.
and Maury, and then the Snickers.
They be thinking the series one bullshit.
So I'm going to answer the question, a show that I think my life would parallel to, and it's not because of me, we also anything, all of the stuff that I know. Maybe True Blood.
Train race. You hate yourself.
I'm sorry. I have to take this shit.
Strawberry shortcake.
No.
Rainbow.
Why, I never.
He's outrageous. At least you would, I mean, you said some wonderful shows. I saw all the strawberry. You got Elmo in on it. No, it was a scandal.
Oh.
You know what? There you go.
And only because I am the briefcase. So what people do is they give me their secrets and I store them.
Yes.
So if my secrets, if anyone was to bear any of my secrets, you would know about a lot of people because I have a lot of secrets and I know how to hold my water.
Right.
So like I know how to hold my drink.
Cheers.
So that goes on to the next question, which is a whole flip. Nipples.
Nipples.
That's the word that changes to the next That's our safe word, nipples.
Nipples.
So you're going to think twice about that safe word when you hear this next question, which is with prayer in school change the environment for the better?
I'm going to say yes.
Nope. Nope.
I'm going to say yes.
Nope.
Why?
The only reason why I say yes is just because, just speaking from my own prayer, and when you say a prayer and you pray earnestly, you try to walk in the request that you've made. You know what I mean? Like when I go to work, because of the situation currently going on in my workplace, it is like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now. And because I asked for patience and guidance and stability and discipline and all of those things, I try to walk in that the best that I can. And if I step outside of it, then it's not where I would jump off the ledge if I hadn't prayed. Like my temper is like 0 to 100. I'm gonna say whatever. But when I pray, it's like, okay, I'm making boundaries for myself to say, okay, this is what I want to occur, and because this is what I want to occur, I'm gonna try to live within that boundary. If I make it, then I make it. If I don't, I won't necessarily go outside of that boundary, but you know, if I don't make goal, at least I won't have exceeded the boundary. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, great.
You said. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I would say, get a little Baptist on there. If my people are called
by my name,
get down on their knees and pray. But I would say to them that I feel like in schools, as parents, as godparents, uncles and aunts, if you're raising your child in that particular world, and to be a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, whatever, then you have taught them how to pray.
Yeah.
You don't need corporate prayer. You can pray on your own. Prayer doesn't have to be shared with everybody. You can pray at any point, whenever. I don't feel like we need to demand prayer from everyone. Just because I feel like when you do that, then you're mandating something. You're telling everybody this is how you think, this is what you should do, this is what's wrong, and now you're using prayer as a control.
Well, maybe they should just do meditation.
I think that you should give everyone space to do whatever they need to do spiritually, to do whatever they need to do.
So what if you take a half hour in the morning and allow everybody to do whatever it is, whether it's
What if you take a half hour and let your child do that at home?
But that's what I'm saying. But even
because if there is a kid who does not believe, they do not in any way subscribe to it, and now you're putting them in this position where they feel like they have to do something.
Well, that's why I say meditation, because meditation is not a religious thing.
I am literally a fan. Now, as hardcore for Jesus as I am even more hardcore for absolute separation of church. I think that there should be in no way should it mingle. I think that you should still give space for everyone to do what they need to do spiritually.
Right.
But we should not have to say, now is the time to pray.
No, but hear me out. I'm with you. I think we're saying the same thing, though. Like, I think if you allot 30 minutes in the beginning of the school day for the Christian to pray and the Islamic person to pray and the Jewish person to pray and the atheist or the agnostic to just sit in quiet just to decompress, like if you just allow those 30 minutes, because even in getting prepared to come to school, there's a lot of like rush and bustle and stuff like get up and hurry up and brush your teeth, you gotta make the bus and da 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 da. If you just allow 30 minutes for that child to decompress press, whether it involves prayer, silent meditation, or just sitting still for 30 minutes so you can focus on what is about to occur for the rest of the day, then why
But
not?
I think that's different from, here's what I'm getting from the question.
Okay.
Because in this country, when we talk about prayer, as much as we can idealize it, when we talk about prayer, we're talking about Judeo-Christian ideals.
You're right.
We're talking about a very Anglicanized version of spirituality or religion.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference between religion and spirituality. Religion is a it's politicalized spirituality.
Sure.
And when you use that tool of prayer, because when they say in God we trust, it's in my God you trust.
Right.
When you say those things, any of that we're going to pray to my God.
Yeah.
And you're not going to pray to your God. And we can see it. We see it even now. Your shirt is saying it all. Where he's demonizing anybody. He literally just got Israel. He bullied Israel into not letting in two people by saying that they were anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic. But they're not. They never said anything anti-Semitic. They said something against the actual, we're not going to get into it. But we're using Christianity to bully people. And I think that using prayer sometimes is used as a tool to bully.
So the reason I came up with this question because I remember when I was younger, and they had the Pledge of Allegiance, and there were certain things that I know prior to me. There were things like prayer in school. They had that, and the time frame. Not to say that they were better morally, but there was a moral standard. There was something there was, some sense of morality. And for me, just thinking about this generation now, there is nothing for them.
Right. And so I was laying that on the generation. So,
I mean, yeah, well.
My question is, I'm trying to comprehend what you're getting from the question. So, you said, will it change?
Would prayer in school change the environment for the better?
The expectations is
right. So my question to that is, what is the fact that when you have a whole level of people going to a school, so you have people that are atheists, you have people that pray to God, pray to this person, meditate to do this. So prayer won't work because everyone isn't going to be in tune with it because that's not their beliefs, or they believe something different, or they don't believe in it at all. So I don't think it's really going to change anything. Like you said, we said the Pledge of Allegiance, which is, to love the country, the nation, under one God, under this, and that. And the minute that happened, we fight each other, kill each other in school doing this, so that don't even matter.
Right.
I think everything starts at home. Whatever happens at home is going to transfer with their kids wherever they go. So praying in school to me ain't going to solve anything. Whatever you believe in at home, whatever rules you have at home, that's what's going to change that. So that's why my answer is no.
I firmly believe that all of this schools, education system, I think education system needs to change involved with it.
Indeed.
That evolution is good, and you can't just churn out people anymore. People aren't there. But I don't think we should lose our expectations. I think that I went to a Christian school. So, we pray everyone. We had emotions, we sang songs, we did all that. And I went to a black Christian school, and it was a black militant Christian school, run by black militant women who left the Baltimore City school system because they were tired of it and they wanted to teach the shit out of us. And they did. They did a great job. I appreciate my experience in that school. Everything I've learned, everything I am is because of these women that literally went hard for us. In the morning we had to do Pledge of Allegiance with the Christian flag to the Bible. We had to read scriptures, A to Z. We had to say, I too sing America. We did the preamble to the Constitution. We sung the every voice and sing. We sung Oh Say Peace. We did all
Y'all ain't learned no fractions then if y'all sing all that shit.
Oh no, we had homework like a bitch. But they had super high expectations of us.
Yeah.
It did not matter if you had an intellectual disability. It did not matter if you were ahead of the class, behind the class. Everyone was expected to be great.
Now my question is, why is that so strongly put into these Catholic schools and stuff? up, and why does it seem to be so hard for them to have those cycles?
But I don't think, but
those same in a public school, those same
Public
I expect
school.
you to be like this. Yeah.
The thing about private school is that you set up a school to your liking, and then person literally will buy into it if they like it. But for a public school, there's a lot of red tape. There are a lot of rules. There are a lot of different things that you have to go through. But expectations have relaxed because this wasn't something where there was never expectations.
But that's the point to my question. The point to that question, my asked that is because of the children's mannerisms and because of how they are brought up at home.
But home life isn't. I think we romanticize the past sometimes and believe that home life was like somehow great all the time.
It's not.
You know, there have always been kids who've gone to school and fucked up home life. Now I work with kids with autism. I work in group homes. I work in several of these organizations where I deal with kids every day who have whatever issue, and they all come up from various home backgrounds. I deal with adults who come from various home backgrounds. I think that we discredit sometimes that a lot of people have been coming from fucked up homes for a long time. But it's what have we decided to accept then that we don't accept now. Like, we didn't accept you to just come to school and not do anything. You must, like, this, you know, it's a shit system, but sometimes I got to shit. So let me teach how to use it. But you don't want to listen to that. So,
but I think, and I say the wrong way, I'm saying it because we're giving all of these allowances for something, and we're creating this reality that's not true.
Exactly.
Because we understand because
nobody gives a shit.
Exactly. And so the reason, and when for me, I say that because I look at the young men and the young women, and I know that morality is something that should be taught by the parents, and they should have something. But in terms of values, morality is about a value system. And if you don't have a value system, if you were not raised with a value system, then you go about your life and you function.
And value is about sex.
It's not. Yeah, and it's not. It's just and so I raise this question because I think that when we think about for that era, prayer in school was not necessarily about the religion that you were following. It was about having a moral stand. And recognize.
But it's also unity too. But if you have people constantly saying to you, please do prayer and all that, because that's really fine. But if you have people constantly because you're going to a city school downgrading you, my problem has always been with private schools and Catholic schools is almost making it seem like they had the better kids, we had the smarter kids, and the city school system had the dumb ratchet ones. And but that's what's played. But you gotta realize that when you turn on the radio, it was all a bunch of stuff about bad about public schools when I was coming up. Then it was this big rave about Catholic schools out of nowhere. I never heard of one until I moved to the city. And then these private schools and everything. And then you have it on TV where it's all this stuff going on in the city schools, but these Catholic schools are made to look perfect. They get the best education. They have the best well-mannered students. They have the best teachers. Think about a child who is sitting.
But what you're getting in there is something that needs to be moved to public schools. It's a smaller classroom because it's not as many people there.
No, it's not.
And so it has. I don't think it has anything to do with that. Now, reception may be something different. I can't change the perception of that. Because even if everybody has on the uniform, you can still think I'm better, but that ain't going to. But you're in a smaller classroom. You have the teachers are not
And your parents are paying.
And literally somebody's paying for you, so there's a different expectation. Right. Real shit.
I went to Catholic school.
But in Baltimore, because I didn't go to City, because I didn't go to Poly, because I didn't go to PSA, I couldn't go to West.
Shout out all the schools.
I couldn't go to Carter. I couldn't go to these top tier schools. I don't know everybody that everybody else does. I didn't get this experience, and so I'm always like, oh yeah, you went to private school, that's right. You was over there, you thought she was special. I think I was special. My mother said that I was going to 8 my ass up to public school, so she said don't put me in there. Looking back, she was absolutely right. If I went to City, shit, I'd have been all
been in that JoJo.
Right.
is why I feel like prayer won't change anything, because there's more issues going on.
No, I think, but what the overall thing is not so much prayer, is how do we get everyone into a collective to believe in not so much a higher being, but to believe in a higher self.
Yeah.
Like if you can get everybody to, personally I believe that, God is in all of us.
Yeah.
God said that everyone is the God we see, that God said,
He made us in his likeness.
Right. God says that we can do more and greater.
Uh-huh.
And if we believe ourselves to be higher, and if we can get these kids to believe they were higher, if I myself could have believed that I was higher,
Right.
if I could have gotten over my insecurities then, God only knows where I would be now. God only knows the decisions I would have made. And I went to private school my entire semester, but I was literally doing things that I thought that people wanted me to do. I said, I'm going to do journalism because everybody thought I should do journalism. Oh, you're so good at it. I got scholarships and shit. I didn't want to do that shit. I hated it. So then when I got to college, I rebelled. I was like, fuck this, I want to do
And to add to that, I agree with everything you're saying. Everything you're saying makes perfect sense. But people, if we were made to believe that we are higher, I do agree with that. But also stay humble, because I don't want people to think they're higher and then they act like Trump.
But when I say higher being, because I think when you tap into actual God, not ego, ego is human. God doesn't operate in ego.
Right.
That is not where God operates.
Very good.
I think when we tap into the God in us, that automatically humbles. We're told to humble ourselves. And I think when I come into your presence and I see the God in you and where you sit and how high and mighty you are, that it's not going to, in any way, is it going to clash. It's not going to fight. All it is going, now we can grow.
Right.
Now we can work together and watch what we can do. Look how we can rise even more. Now, when we're operating in ego, when we operating in things that are all human, like jealousy, ego, that's our lowest, that's our lowest self. Now, that's when we get this jackass.
Right.
Because he's operating in the lowest, he's vibrating on the lowest frequency.
Yeah.
And he's a Gemini.
Right. And see, and I get that. And sometimes when he deduced it, I get where he's doing it, because that is an insecurity. Because there's always going to be a part of a Gemini that doesn't feel like I'm presenting the part that people want.
I had to speak to that
because our true selves, we know who we are. We know who we want. Look at Kanye. But you still want people to accept it.
And he brings his bitch shit.
I don't think he is.
No, he not.
And
he just.
I don't think he's a crazy. I think he's hurt.
No, I think he is.
I think he's hurt.
he's
I think he's traumatized, and I think he's highly triggered.
I absolutely agree.
And
And so, and I just felt like with this question, I think there's a need for something. I do agree that the school system, people's beliefs that's their personal space. And I think that sometimes, you want to give people that allowance to be, to have that boundary set, where so they can have that personal freedom to do as they feel they need to and connect with the spiritual being that they profess to, and that privacy. So I don't think that being in a school would be necessarily a good thing. I mean, it could possibly be something that changes the environment from that where they're yelling down the hallways, cussing each other out, to being a lot more respectful, seeing themselves in a more respectful light. It could, because you're putting something in place that may not necessarily be in place in their communities.
It don't have to be prayer. It could just be meditation.
But
prayer
is
meditation.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but see, it's a difference, because when you say prayer, people automatically assume that it's Christian.
But that's why I left it as ambiguous.
Like that. So when
because your interpretation of prayer may be, our Father which art in heaven.
Right.
My interpretation of prayer may be just I'm silently thinking and reflecting on life.
Right.
But whatever it is, something to it's just getting that connection to something higher and greater than you, just to ground you. And I think that when we talk about wellness, we talk about all those other facets of our lives. We talk about physical wellness, we talk about mental wellness, we talk about emotional wellness, but there's spiritual wellness as well. And that is something that people don't pay enough attention to, and it's needed, because there is a disconnect. And you see that with the way things are. People are killing people for nothing.
Do you think that with black people, now this is something that I completely believe, but do you think that maybe a lot of what is happening with black people is our disconnect to how we
got here.
Not only that, how we traditionally connect to the divine.
I believe
Yeah.
Because
I'll agree.
I think what has made people disconnect from the black church is that it's no longer the black church.
It's not.
And I love the way that you segued into our next question. So the next question for all my cocktail socialites out there and here is, why is there a big shift from people being religious to people being spiritual?
Because people finding out the truth.
Which is?
You finding out the truth. I mean, first of all, we in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of information. And so, you know, some of those things that were hidden when we were kids, you pretty much had to go by what the preacher told you, as far as what God was and that type of stuff. Now we have tools that we can do research, find out where certain things came about, when it, and all of that. So now people are kind of like, I don't really agree with everything that, that's going on in the church. So they kind of find their own path. And they start to go back to, what we used to do. Like, you gotta realize, like, we was forced into Christianity. They beat our ass to believe in Christianity. So when no, it is ours. But at the same time, they took it and they twisted it. And they beat it into it. So now that we are in an age of information where you can kind of research and look into certain things and be like, oh, okay, but this came from that. And so now I'm trying to, now people are starting to piece things together. They're like, oh, okay. And it's not necessarily that they don't believe in a higher being. It's just, I'm not going to subscribe to certain things. Like, okay, Christianity say that, if you gay, that you're going straight to hell. But it don't say that, but that's what they teach you. You know what I mean? They teach you that. It don't say that. No, it don't.
Jesus ever said.
It is.
And one thing, because I did make a definite decision to follow Jesus, Yeshua, whatever you want to call him, because I agreed with his teaching.
Right.
Is that he was very direct in what he said. And he said what he said so it could last.
Right.
And if you do not, he never said anything about the only thing he literally gave you one commandment. One. Is that you love one another. And you show love, and you don't even have to fight this thing. They will know who you are by the love you show one another. And that's why I fucked with it, because I was like, shit, all this is love. Now, I can't fuck with Paul is a nigga that was trying to figure out his way.
True story.
That was a person. So when I read Paul, I take it as a person who was trying to figure himself out. But what I have issue with when I look at it now is that I saw the black church literally radically change around 2000. That they wanted to look like the white church of the 90s.
Not only that, but the prosperity.
No, but not only that, but now the white churches are going with black churches for years. Now they're trying to tear.
Yeah,
now they're trying to shout. Now they're trying to add roots and talk about tapping into the earth. Now they're trying to do all those things that what people don't get is all that shit that we were doing was so African. Those services were
it was what we was doing.
And you would circle up and you would pray and bring that. That was invoking. That's what Booty Lady is trying to.
So I guess my question would be what is your definition between religion and spirituality? That I'll be able to answer your question.
So religious is when you follow things traditionally, with spirituality is something when you tap into self. It's more you in a relationship with a divine. Whatever that may be for you. That may be the universe, that may be nature. But it's not a strict practice. It doesn't follow any rules other than you having a connection with something greater. So the reason why I brought this up was because I'm seeing a lot of people, they're into, crystals and meditation and yoga and Reiki and all of these other wonderful practices that ground you. And I'm seeing a shift that people are moving away from the church. And for me, the reason I grew up Jehovah's Witness. And my mom, two strict religions, Islam and Jehovah's Witness. And it is Jehovah's Witness is a Christian-based religion.
Right.
But it's how they see Jesus Christ. He was just a man. He was not the Son of God. But that doesn't mean that they didn't have their views and their practices and that they were skewed. It was their tradition, their religious practice that I had a problem with. And my mother was Islamic. And, and she prayed and she made her Hajj and she knew Arabic fluently. That's a traditional religion. But the difference is she would always stress that there is a life. There is a way of life that's associated with it. And for me, that was something that I really couldn't identify with because a lot of their practices oppressed and it stifled people from growth. And for me, I switched and I shifted to a more spiritual mindset and practice because it encompassed all things. There was no exclusion. Everyone was involved in the process. Everyone was a part of it, and it included everybody. And it put God in a more omnipotent, powerful position, something greater. And so it was in Christianity and Islam and things, God is human, had human characteristics, and human personality. And for me, that was something that I struggled with because I was trying to make God God and separate it from the human that we had created it to be. So that was my biggest issue.
You can't understand something we give it human attributes.
I always look at everyone's different religions. I ain't gonna talk too long because I know we're going to go break or whatever, but I just feel like everyone worships the same God. We just have our own interpretations of who he is. And I go based on that as far as Bible where, he separated us and had different languages so we couldn't understand each other. So we went our separate ways and we fabricated whatever way we saw God. So when I hear other religions talk about it, I'm like, well, it's the same person you talk about. That's just your story, your interpretation, how you take it.
And I love it when you say that. And what you're saying is basically that there are multiple roads to get to one source. But the thing is that we fight about
that's the problem. How many times you got to hear this damn story before you realize
it's the same damn story. And you still talking about, well, my God is better than yours. Everybody the same motherfucker, just got a different name. I ain't gonna go out the motherfucker.
How much did you drink?
And Louis don't have to drink water.
With that being said, we're going to cut to commercial break. We'll be right back with the final remarks and these messages. Get your cocktail.
Get your cocktail.
Modification of spirituality.
Woo!
When I tell you these crystals,
we went to break.
we on break. These people that's on they pretend to do Reiki, they pretend to do this, and again,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so So you get on the seat, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Skirt, 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 skirt. Start, skirt, 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 start. I be up in the way. 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 Running on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I be up in the way. 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 Bedroom phone ring, girl in t-shirt answers me. I get off on the way that she answers me. First time saw her, I knew she was the one for me. Ever since then, we been vibing on some chemistry. It's just a matter of time. I know she feeling my vibe. I got the keys to the ride. She put her hands on my thigh. She got that look in her eye. Let's tell what I'm riding. Royalty, call me highness. All day and overnighted. Cause it's crunch time when I'm grinding. This Adderall got me nauseous. Proceed with caution. Tired of lane, I'm exhausted. Poppin' Zanny Zan, sipping out the faucet. I'm confused, don't know what I'm doing. Wait, what I'm doing? Got me going where the I'm going. Out of space where I'm going.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Cocktail Social. We are in our final minutes of the show, and we were just discussing, well, today's show has been really interesting. We went from one extreme to the other. We literally talked about sex and God in the same conversation.
At the same
damn time. And I really
You ain't lying. That's why you got like, oh God. Oh God. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. But the last question, why is there a big shift from being religious to being spiritual? And I think that people were looking for me, the reason is because people are looking for something more substantial, something more substance. And I get it.
I don't think people like routine, and I think politics and money is taking over the church. So I don't
That
think
called talk, sir.
I think it's
Talk,
politics
sir.
and money. Greed is taking over. And there's some people who still are religious, who teach true religion, and the people that don't want to hear that is the same ones that disobey their parents at home. So they go out and they want to recreate this new style, and they want to build their own churches where they don't even have to honor crazy host one. And why? It's because they gain a buck, they gain some people, they gain some type of, oh, I'm here in the world, let me go to this church. No, that's not
It's big business, and I agree. There's
a school of thought that the church was, in the beginning, the only place where black people could attain a title.
Talk, sir, without education.
Where they could move up. I don't without education, even some people, black people who are highly educated, cannot get ahead in this country. But in the church, you can move. So then when you start taking that school of thought and moving it into the church, that's when it becomes a business. It's no longer about God, it's about clout. And that's where the church is, and it's about what kind of car you drive, what percentile are you in, what tax rank are you in. That's how you start hiring singers as opposed to people who just feel it in their spirit.
You want to know the main thing that turns me off, will turn me on to a church, I will walk out, is when a pastor say, this is my church, and no, baby, this is God's church.
You know what I walk
and
out?
once you go there,
When
it's
they
like,
need collection, they say, oh, we need $300 more.
oh.
And that's when I'm like, well, you gonna keep me that shit.
Right. Yeah. I need $200 to pay my rent, bitch, but you don't see
On the
that.
flip side of it, that's
Yeah.
the same thing.
What did they say?
So Michael said, to me, it could and could not change the environment, talking about schools. Religion in itself is the most dated thing in history. When it's pushed, it could push issues within itself. But also from listening, I feel y'all are confusing the Son, Jesus, with God, the entity. Jesus was a man who was man that was sent as a messenger from the entity. agreeing with y'all saying I believe all gods are the same, just given a different name. I agree and disagree with many sayings, I guess, and accusations. And excuse me because I know that is the wrong wording, but there's so much in each religion that can be disputed, whether liked or not.
Well, thank you for agreeing. Again.
That's my.
I mean, it's contradiction in all of it. Okay,
So,
unfortunately,
well, we can't expand upon that, and maybe we'll revisit at another cocktail social. I've enjoyed you socializing. It's come to that time in our show where we must bid you adieu.
Adieu.
We will be here next week at 7 o'clock. Tune in with your cocktails. If you see us on the street, say hello. If you want to join us in a conversation, tune in. We will see you next week here, live and in living color, at the Cocktail Social. I'm your host, Blue Waters, and these are the Socialites, and this is the Exposed Radio.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books